Come on, y'all. This is England that died aboard the Titanic. Yes, black people was aboard the Titanic. After almost been trying to teach you guys that black people was aboard the Titanic for years. We had to come out of our graves, me and my homeboys and homegirls. We had to come out of our graves to get you guys' attention that black people was aboard the Titanic. Hey, now, after Oma needs your help. She only got a few subscribers. She need 1,000 subscribers now. You guys can do it this one. I think she got 98 subscribers. Come on now. Hit like, share, subscribe. Hit like, share, subscribe. Come on now. You can do it. You can help After Oma subscribe. But anyhow, we're finna go back to our grave, but don't forget us. This is your Aunt Linda who died on the Titanic. Man, they gave us no lifeline for us. We died on the Titanic. Come on now. Hit like and subscribe. Come on, y'all. This is Aunt Linda that died aboard the Titanic. Yes, black people was aboard the Titanic. Come on, y'all. This is Aunt Linda that died aboard the Titanic. Yes, black people was aboard the Titanic. After almost been trying to teach you guys that black people was aboard the Titanic for years. We had to come out of our graves, me and my home. Come on, y'all. This is Aunt Linda that died aboard the Titanic. Well, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Hey, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Okay, how you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody's just doing okay this morning. Welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Hello, Anita and Sonia. How you guys are doing? LB, this is Friday. Let's see what she say. LB said, let this Friday night be filled with Lord's abundant peace from above, that you will sleep in the peace and be fully refreshed in the morning. Yes, thanks. What a beautiful phrase. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Anita. Well, Grand Rising, Tweety Bird. Hello. Welcome to, hi, Miss Reese. Happy Friday to you too. Well, hey, Miss Kelly. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma's house. Hey, you guys, I ain't been able to fix that mouth. Look like I'm not. I'm good and blessed. Black Titanic, Sonya saying. Hey, y'all, that's right. Mother's Day coming up, right? Y'all, I don't like the way this thing do. My lips is moving faster than this, but I gotta be able to learn how to fix when my mouth is going along with the way I talk. But y'all, just bear with me until I learn how to do this new app. Yeah, so Mother's Day. Yes, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Yes. Oh, you wonderful mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. We all been a mother to somebody. Hey, Linda Gamble. If it ain't nothing but our neighbors' children, right? Black women are always nurturing. Yes. Yeah. Well, y'all know what hurting my feelings, y'all. I got up this morning and saw where they were playing Melody. Melody was playing a video where Martell didn't come get the baby. Y'all saw all that he did. Martell showed his butt out. Y'all remember that? He showed his butt out at this girl party. And then Melody got home and says, okay, well, Melody got home and says, okay, well, call your dad and tell him he can come pick you up. That man told her he was not coming, y'all. Oh, boy. Anyway, yes. My daughters are coming down for Mother's Day. Yeah, all my daughters and grandkids. Yep. So, it's my day. Hey, Here for the Hot Tea is here, you guys. Y'all know Here for the Hot Tea, the little young lady with that banging. That banging. She put some good videos out. Hi, Here for the Hot Tea. Hey, y'all, let me thank y'all so much for the support that you guys are giving me, okay? I thank y'all so much. And then I started to feel embarrassed because I'm attached to all that cussing and clowning, which is not my character. That's not my character to cuss and clown and to be seen like that in public. So I thank y'all for looking out for me, but I be feeling embarrassed. That video go up and that girl up there clowning and cussing like that because I'm associated with it. I got a feeling a little bit embarrassed. Then I was wondering why is it that Stormy don't even feel embarrassed for acting like that? I didn't even act aggressive to her at all. Yet I'm the one feeling embarrassed. Anyway, Sonya say good morning. Finally, the most fantastic, fabulous, and fun day of the week is here. Happy Friday. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Yeah, I remember when I used to love Fridays because I knew that I didn't have to go to work the next day or I didn't have to go to school. We love you. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Black Titanic. You guys make me feel so good. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Thanks, Tweety Bird. And don't be embarrassed. That's gutter trash. Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all miss y'all call her Madia. She wanted to come on today, but her kids her grandkids are having some kind of program at school, so she went there. So tomorrow, y'all go. I'm gonna bring Miss Shay on as my co-host. Y'all can ask her anything y'all want to. She said she wanted to talk to y'all. So I told her, okay, I was hoping we could do it today, but she couldn't. Anyway, y'all remember Miss Shay? Miss Shay, Miss Shay still fussing. She still fussing. I'm like, calm your nerve down. That little young gal talking to me like that. That little young gal, she said, I'll never forgive her. Hello, Miss Black China and everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Oh, wow, Black Bumblebee. Thank you, young lady. Thank you. Oh, wow. Here for the hot tea. Okay, we're going to get started in our program, y'all. We having a part two of melanin, you guys. Yeah. We walk around every day being black, but we never think about what we made of. A lot of us don't even know how melanin, we're talking about melanin, and we're talking about the pineal gland today and melanin. Yes, now melanin, we're going to do that part two with Dr. Africa, y'all. I love that man. That's my mentor. He really about the only black scientist that I know. Y'all know that this thing is freezing up on me. I'm sorry. I probably need to put an avatar behind up there. So anyway, so we're talking about, y'all know that melanin is the color that gives you your color in your skin and your eyes and your hair. And the more melanin you have, the more you protected on this earth from everything, you guys. We run around here, want to bleaching our skin, trying to be light skinned or whatever, but you really need that melanin. That's your protection. Now, melanin is made by melanocytes. Melanocytes are just cells that produce melanin, you guys. Yeah, melanin. That's what gives you all the color. Everything on this earth got melanin. The whole earth is made of melanin. Melanin gases. You go outside at night, you'll see it, you guys. The sky is made of, and that's what we're made of. We are earth people. Yeah. And that sun up there too is our friend. Now, when you go out into the sun increases your melanin, and we need it because it gives us vitamin D. Y'all running around here, y'all see the other races putting all that sunscreen on them, but you're not supposed to do it. You have built-in UV rays. We absorb the rays, and in time, it makes us age lesser, right? It does not damage our skin cells like it do the other races. The sun is friendly to us. It does not damage our skin cell, and also the sun gives the other races blisters. It will just burn them up. That's why they have to have those chemicals when they go out in the sun. When we go out in the sun, we absorb the light, and in return, it's sort of like the fountain of youth for us, y'all. We age less than they do too, right? Because of that melanin, right? And then the melanin in our eyes, and in our eyes help us to see things differently than they do. We see colors different than they do. If I see that red, I see the full effect of that red because of that melanin in my eye. Somebody else see that, they might tell you that that's orange, but that's what melanin do. And anyway, the melanin also protect us. That melanocytes under our skin protect us from certain species that live on our skin. See, the European came in and they'll put some dead, say inject a dead virus into your body, and that would be the way you're protected. But we already have those protections in our body. We don't need all them dead things, injections in us. Say, for instance, some dead viruses in your body so you won't get the virus. That don't make no sense to me. If I don't have this virus, why are you going to put this virus in my body? But that's just their scientific way of doing things. So anyway, the first slide we're going to do is going to be, hi, Muslan Hickman and Sensibility Speaks. Oh, wow, y'all here. Anyway, we're going to be Dr. Layla Africa. Good afternoon, Sensibility Speaks. And let me pull up the video. We're going to start off with this thing on melanin, and then we'll move on to the commentary, right? And I apologize for this thing, the way my mouth is moving. I don't like it. I got to fix that. Miss Tweety Bird. I'm coming, you guys. I am coming. I am telling you, you're not going nowhere. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, how you guys been doing? Everybody been doing okay? Sonya say thank you oh so much. Who is there trying to get LB? LB, as you enjoy these Friday blessings, yes, I love that. I hope that you will find joy in sharing them with a loved one. God loves each of us so greatly, and it's always wonderful to remind us of this truth. Wow, that is so beautiful. Thanks, LB. And everybody needs to receive backwards. Right.
The idea is to keep you totally confused and to some way manipulate your melanin. As I mentioned before, a lot of the research is done by the military because they need to know this. This is how you cause people to be dysfunctional. This is how you cause people to be functional. It's by your ability to manipulate and control melanin. Now, there's some black people who don't think they're black because they're not as black as someone from Somalia or something. But that man is just as black as that man. It's the melanin inside of his body that we measure, not the skin. It's the melanin inside of his body that we measure. Because you can eat some coconuts that are just as white as and you know what I'm saying. So we measure the melanin inside of the body, not the skin melanin, because this can change. Melanin is very adaptive kind of chemical. That's why the people that can endure the most cold weather in the world are Eskimos, and they are colored people. They are not white, because the melanin has adaptive ability, what you call evolution. We don't want you to know that all it is we're talking about is adaptation, which is caused by melanin. So we say evolution. We're naming the behavior of melanin, so you won't know that's what we're talking about. You say free radicals, antioxidants, and give it all these names. All we're talking about is how melanin reacts and acts on the chemical. But the objective in science is never to use the word melanin. Never. Now, there's certain things that are done in your body, such as reproduction, that's most mediated by melanin. It's the ability of the sperm to transport a black dot, and that black dot is melanin. And once that black dot strikes the egg, electrical spark goes off very high and causes a spin inside of the egg, so the egg and the sperm can be on the same frequency. But we don't want to tell you those things, not in science. We don't tell you that lightning starts from the earth and goes up. You think lightning comes from the sky. Mm-mm. All the metals on the earth. Metal conducts electricity. The electricity starts from the earth and goes up to the sky. And when you see it meeting its male or female component, a spark goes off of harmony. And you say, oh, the lightning is struck us. You know, the earth struck you. You were struck by the earth. But we're educated backwards, so we can't understand the process of what's going on. There's no children off at school today. Rainy day. Oya is out. Now, Oya, when I was talking about Oya, I'm gonna let y'all see that environment. Oya is the sun goddess, you guys. She is thunder, lightning, rain, and wind. That female energy, she's black. Oya is a black woman. She is the wind goddess, thunder, lightning, and rain. Yes, that's who Oya is.
Thank you, Sonia.
Beautiful ancestor name.
Thank you for the cash.
I think the wind goddess, whatever.
You want to hit me for the cash.
When it rains, you guys, deep melanin come within the skies. Y'all can see the sky besides me. Look at all that melanin. Yeah, everything turns dark. And it looks, similar to our color. But getting back to the melanin, you guys, I'm going to be doing part 2 for melanin. Melanin protects your skin. It protects our skin, right? We are sun people.
We are not for the snow, although melanin can adapt. If you see some Eskimos, they're not white people. They have adapted to the cold. Now that is the melanin. Melanin do adapt, but the sun gives us deeper melanin. The sun gives us vitamin D. Now the melanin in our skin increase when we're out in the sun. But when other races are out in the sun, it burns them, it bites them. The sun is not friendly to people with less melanin. But today, I want to be talking about the pineal gland. Now, that pineal gland is right in the center of your eye. And that's our third eye. They also say that the pineal gland is calcified in other races, right? I remember when I was in college, and that is what my college teacher told me, that it was calcified. It had no function. And I didn't know at the time what was, I was just going by what their scientists say. Because there were never any scientific information on us. I mean, accurate scientific information. You let the Euro tell it. Our brains, we're less intelligent, put it on me. But in fact, our brains have this pineal gland in it, and it's called the third eye. It produces melatonin. They call it your circadian cycle because it tells you what to do when you sleep, when you wake up. Now, my circadian cycle is every day. Every day, I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'm up. It tells you what to do, when to wake, when to sleep. Now, the pineal gland releases those hormones. It's a hormone in the endocrine system, y'all. And if you know what the endocrine system do, it gives messages to all the organs. It sends messages to all the organs. That's what the hormones do. But anyhow, I was getting ready to say that the pineal gland is attached to your psychic ability. Now, back in the day in the Bible, you would call them seers, right? Y'all know that our ancestors always utilized seer. And that is your pineal gland that allow you to see things. Now, I was going to tell you guys, a lot of you guys, the Euro did not understand all of these types of abilities that we had, right? And so they named it voodoo. And they have you afraid of, they have you afraid of who you are, how you were built naturally, that you have this extra third eye, the ability to see things, clairvoyant. I see things all the time. But it's not like what they say. Well, I don't see things. Well, I can predict. I can't ever predict what I see. I see, and I don't know when it's gonna happen. I remember when I was standing up there, and Courtney was in my face, and she was screaming and yelling at me, storming, and I'm like, oh, well, these the people that was mean to me. Back in 2001, I had that vision of this girl, that warehouse, that dog, that man, Courtney. That was my pineal gland letting me know what was going to happen in the future. That was 2001 when I had that vision about this girl right here. And I saw her. I was like, oh, so this is,
Thank
that's
you
what
so
I'm
much,
standing up
Jay.
there looking at him on. Okay, now these are the people that I saw in my vision. She's that main lady that I saw and heard in my vision. So that is what you got at play if you're putting the gland. But I'm just going to get on the subject of Martell. Martell went up to the school, right? Not the school, I'm sorry, y'all. Martell went up to the skating ring and caused drama at his daughter's party. So Melody kept telling him, you can get your daughter later. She had already told him in advance over and over and over that he was not invited, you guys. Yeah, she had told him that. Now we saw and heard what he did at the skating rink. And I'm gonna back up now. Production had a spot for him, which we knew that production was part of it because the film was there, the filming was there. So we knew there was a part of it. Carlos King, he had a reserved spot for him, so we knew that production was there. Carlos King, he had all that in place for him. Yes, he did, you guys. So we do know that there, without a doubt, production. Without a doubt, that production was a part of this. That's what they would have been filming. And then they disrespected the lady's event. She did not want her children filmed. That was something supposed to be between her invited friends and family. Okay. We do know that Miss Van was there. We saw Miss Van at that door. But what they did was edit it to make it look like Miss Van started this man to go off. Cause I think Miss Van said on the part they had edited about Miss Van was that you're not you don't have anything to do with this. And then that's when they showed Martell went on. So he started like a raging bull. And so the object of to show Miss Van in that light is that Martell, that she provoked Martell to go off, but Miss Van was attacking a family member, right? We saw that, right? And then they never did show us that a male cousin was there. And the male cousin, he backed down with the male cousin. So they still were nice enough to let this man come in. Said that the male cousin escorted Martell and let him hug his daughters and escorted him back out. Martell back down. Yeah. So now we get to take this up. I'm so glad that Melody is fighting back. We get up this morning. I get up this morning. I'm hearing the tape with little Mariah asking her daddy, "Daddy, are you still coming to get me?" Oh my God, the man told this girl no. On her birthday. No. He told her no. And it's been the ongoing with Melody. I'm sure, Melody just had to start putting it out there because he's trying to paint this picture that this woman do not want him to be part of his children's life. He never wanted that baby, you guys. He never wanted neither one of his children. Because it was both of their birthdays. They were celebrating Mariah and Malaya birthday, which they didn't even show the grandma. Come on now, production. You can't show the grandma singing happy birthday with her grandkids. So, Yeah, so anyway, production, you're wrong for that. So we hear little Mariah, little sweet voice. It's Mariah or Malaya singing, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Are you still coming, Daddy? Are you coming, Daddy? Are you coming to get me, Daddy? I'm sure her little heart was broken, you guys. I'm sure he had to break that baby's heart. All of that clowning he did. Melody say, I move. Yes, I move the way I want to do. I wish that I was married to a man and not a queen. Yeah, I wish I was married to a man and not a queen. Mm-hmm. It's a shame how they fostered violence against this black woman. It's a shame, you guys. They knew that this man went there to create havoc at his daughter's birthday party. They knew what was going to go down. Production. Carlos King. I'm going on the inside, you guys. I'm telling y'all. I'm going on the inside now. And Oya, we welcome you. Oya is the rain. This is not voodoo, y'all. Y'all quit being scared of yourself. Quit being afraid of nature. We're nature people. We were sitting here. We believe that we're supposed to protect this earth. We protect everything in this environment, even the animals. And y'all, and they named it voodoo. Y'all run around here scared. Scared, because I'm about to call and worship. Who made the rain? Who made the sun? Who made the universe? Y'all know that sun. Your creator did. So why is that voodoo? If I sit up and say, welcome, Oya, the wind goddess, thunder, lightning, rain, welcome. I want power from you today. Give me that power that you have, that you come with. And now I can go across the Miss Oma the voodoo. That's not voodoo. That's who you are. That's nature. Your creator made this rain and the thunder and the lightning and the wind. So you can be able to go out there and talk to it. Everything talk. The trees talk. The plant talk. The wind talk. Everything on this earth talks to each other. Oh, but we've been taught that, that's voodoo. We've been taught to be afraid of who we are as a people. Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe, you guys. Okay, you guys, and that was that topic on melanin. It's so important that we know who we are as a people. And we cannot believe everything these other scientists is telling us about who we are. Y'all know back in the day, they said our brains were smaller. That means that we were less intelligent. Although we were inventing everything that we use today, and then we were inventing everything, y'all. And every time I go out and get in the car, Miss Gladys West, y'all know she did the GPS. She's still alive, y'all. That woman made that GPS. It's so important, and they don't even give her recognition. Well, anyway, let me do this about the pineal gland. Y'all know the pineal gland sits right here. Y'all see that right there in the center of the eye. Can y'all hear me? Yes, it's right there in the center, but it's in the base of the brain back there. And when these white scientists will tell you that it's calcified, but it's not calcified in us. No, it's not calcified. It's never been calcified in African Americans or Black people in general. When I was in college, I remember I challenged my teacher on that because I'm like, God said He made everything and everything was good. That's what God said, y'all. Or, everything is good that He made. So if He put that pineal gland up in there, it has to have some kind of function. But yeah, so now since we found out that the pineal gland have function, it's like your body clock, your hormone, your endocrine clock. They call it the circadian rhythm. Your sleep cycle. Some of us wake up every day at the same time. Some of us get sleep at the same time, right? But we do know that daylight and darkness dictate your circadian rhythm. Like in the day, you secrete less melatonin. That's what the pineal gland secrete melatonin. Don't get it mixed up with melanin. But melatonin, you can buy that from the store, right? It produces you to sleep. So during the daytime, your body, it's a hormone. So your body produces less melatonin in the daytime and more at night, right? We call it the seat of the soul. And the reason Black people call it the seat of the soul, like it goes into this, it's a mysterious type of organ because in most African Americans, we are seers. Y'all call them psychics today, but back in the day, or in the Bible, they call them seers. They said that the pineal gland is responsible for that. But anyway, it is your biological clock. Your circadian rhythm tells you when to wake up and tells you when you want to go sleep. Yeah, it's a mysterious type of organ, and it's very, very, very small, y'all. Shaped like a little pine cone, and I think it's like reddish gray or something up in that brains back up in there. Okay, so now we're talking about. Let's see what y'all got to say. Y'all have anything to say about? I'm gonna throw this link out, and then I'm gonna put the commentary out first. I'm gonna throw this link out, but do y'all have anything to say? I see some people I saw here for the hot tea. She was on it about the pineal gland and melanin. Yeah, and Miss Kelly said the pineal gland is very important in a lot of sectors. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on down here. I said I got a new comment. Oh, that was me. Anyway, all the content creators, welcome, you guys. Impotentious, hello there. Impotentious, hi. Okay, let's go into the presentation. Love and Mary Huntsville. Whoa, y'all, it's more interesting off the show than on the show. Yeah. Love and Mary Huntsville. Oh my goodness. Melanin birthday. All right, just coming. Hey, Lucille Gray. Hey, Lucille Gray. How are you doing? And I don't know what she said. I don't know about gaining more melanin at night. What she said? I don't know about gaining more melanin at night. No, I said melatonin. Melatonin is increased more at night. Melatonin is that hormones that put you to sleep. That's what I say, melatonin, not melanin. Don't get melanin mixed up with melatonin. Am I clearing myself up? I don't know about gaining more melanin at night. I'm talking about melatonin, melatonin. That's the hormones that push you to sleep. All right, hopefully I cleared that up. Melatonin. That's what the pineal gland makes, that hormone. Oh, wait, she says. I'm feeling so emotional this morning, super emotional this morning. I have so many decisions to make. Yes, what direction must I take? What decision must I make? Yes, these are journeys that we all have to go on. But she goes on to say, and I'm not gonna lie, my heart is heavy. One thing I know how to do is trust in God, she says. Yeah. One thing I do know how to do, and that's trust in God. This morning, he reassured me that whatever I decided, whatever I put my hands to, I shall be blessed. It shall be blessed. I looked at my Shopify like I do every morning. But today, I decided to click sales for the month. Even though we are only a week into it, I was reminded that I dissolved and restarted this skincare line. That God wanted it so that no one was a part of this who he didn't want a part of this. This is legacy. This is Black excellence. Let me say it again. This is legacy. Say it again. This is Black excellence. I hear you loud and clear, God. Yes. I hear you loud and clear, God. And I thank you for the confirmation. Y'all, don't ever stop. Don't ever, y'all don't ever stop trusting God. In the words of Melody Cherie, when your heart is burdened, what decision must I take? What direction must I make? And she ended up saying, I'm trusting in God. Because I'm reminded when I look back on my past, I am reminded that he always got me through. What decision must I make? What road am I taking? Whatever I do, I'm trusting in God. I'm trusting in my higher power. Melody Cherie. This Melody. She called. She told Mariah call her dad. Told him he can still pick her up for her birthday.
Girl, after the party was over, we got home. I said, all right, Mariah, let's call your dad so you can go hang out with him, Call. Let me let you listen to it. Now listen to this. Now, you hear me laugh because it's funny to me. You stood out here in this party for 30 minutes talking about, I should be able to have her on her birthday.
He acts like, no, it's Mel, like, no. Like,
it's the reason I move like I move. Martell's very manipulative. Well, I wish I had had my children by a man, not a queen, but a man. Oops.
Well, fans are responding to this mess that Stormy and I got into. It says the millimeters and Melody get dragged into everything. BT pulled up on almost everyone on the show. Stormy is reaching with the stalking claims. She stalked Mel to get on the show.
BT can definitely sue and press charges and will, because Stormy threatened her. Yes, she did, y'all. She sure did. Melody is not lying about having business in certain addresses. She shows real proof and receipt. I would not go there, but reporters do verify things. BT did go to Mel court hearing. She was very respectful. Mel spoke and moved on. Why is Melody always the subject matter? And that doesn't have anything to do with her. I don't know, y'all. Melody was not there with me at all, so I don't know how Betty was bringing Melody into the subject. Now, it's as if she don't even really like her daughter. I don't get it. Betty act like she's sabotaging her own daughter brand. Fans are wondering if these two love and marriage Huntsville stars are ex-friends. After they had interesting conversation about potentially DMing a friend who ceased communication. Y'all remember Stormy acting like Destiny. Oh, she quit talking to me. I haven't heard from her. But not only that, but a new LAMH mom, Miss Betty, is adamant that the energy is off when it comes to one of them. Now, y'all remember when she was saying that she didn't like Melody because Melody never wanted Stormy on the show from the beginning. And then later she said she didn't like Melody because Melody agreed with her that her grandson was spoiled. So Stormy Steele and Melody Cherie were featured on Saturday's season premiere of the OWN show, chatting after apparently going months without speaking. Stormy shared concern that she and her good girlfriend barely spoke at the reunion and then suddenly ceased talking altogether until Mel called to invite her to an event celebrating Kimmy Scott's chemotherapy. The conversation was brief, but the tension and the confusion between them was noticeable. Who is this when she called? That Stormy talking to Melody. Asked a very confused Stormy to Melody, who called her on a temporary show. But anyway, you guys, Stormy, go fill those orders for those people. Then you won't have time to be sitting around wondering if Melody gonna call you. You got orders backed up almost a year or two. And you got so many complaints about your product. So worry about your product, Canvas Beauty. That's what you need to be worried about. Okay, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button, share, and subscribe. But anyway, you guys, Betty just keep chiming in. She says she was talking to BT. She was trying to explain her side to BT that her daughter was in a warehouse. Yes, and the warehouse was not expensive. Then she wrote, I can't help because your hero is selling her products from her home. And many people think she's referring to Melody. I guess you're making fun of Melody, but girl, please, Betty. But in light of everything, one particular person say, this is why Stormy continues to get dragged. Y'all, I don't know. Do Betty really like her daughter, or is she trying to sabotage her daughter's brand on purpose? She could be jealous of her daughter. And Stormy, you may need to be looking side now your mama, because your mama messing up your brand. But anyway, the fans say this is why Stormy continues to get dragged. Her mom is literally making it worse for her. That last sentence was unnecessary. The sentence where she wrote the Melody was selling products from her home. And at least Melody customers get their products. Betty can't keep Mel off her mind. Because what did Mel have to do with that? You guys, I don't know. What Mel had to do with my situation, she was not with me at all. I don't even know the girl. I ain't never rocked with her at all except for seeing her on TV and at the courthouse. Yeah. But I was wondering, y'all kept saying that they were gonna pull Melody in it. And I was wondering how, and there it is. Anyway, Betty, grow up. Quit stalking Mel. Quit stalking Mel. You too old for this, Betty. This is coming from Urban Bill. Melody should let them have that show and do her own show with her mom and her children. Let them fools be fools without her and see who continue to watch the show. Man, these fans are speaking up. I am so thankful that my mother doesn't behave like this. They talk about Betty, you guys. It's embarrassing to see these black mothers hold tightly to the hood, rat ghetto mindset. This is why I like Mel's mom so much. She won't compromise her integrity for a TV show. Band is always a class act, and I appreciate that a lot. In an era of Mother D's and Miss Wanda and now Betty. Mel, the hate is real. Continue to put God and your kids first. You will be fine, honestly. You can leave that message show immediately. Jealous black women are the worst. Jacqueline said, this main reason why they're jealous of Mel is because of her gift of God that God gave to her and only her. He gave Stormy a gift. Not once have I heard her say thanks as many times she has talked about it. Sure haven't. The other cast member is to buy in Mel and Martell life. Yes, they do. They can't see the gift he's trying to give them. They have sold their souls to the devil for Carlos because of the way they lie, and the ones that look can't see they be lying. Why would anyone have been jealous of Melody and Martell with their messy, nasty lies? All right, you guys. Stormy mother, people just don't like Stormy and her mother, but they don't want to see that ghetto stuff. All righty, thank you guys. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna throw this link up, and if you guys want to come up, what is your aha moment? What do y'all think about Miss Van being pulled off the show? Y'all know I had saw I thought the link should be up there for anybody want to come up. You're welcome. I'm going to put the link back up there again, okay? But anyway, when I saw Miss Wanda, she hinted to it because Anthony asked Miss Wanda, he said, are you still getting paid to be on the show? And she said, yes. And then he said, we don't ever see you on the show. And she said, you don't see nobody else, mother, on there also. She said, Miss Van. That's what she said. So what is this, the reason that production don't even want Miss Van on the show? They cut out all her scenery. My God. Melody says, surely my mama was at the door. Yes, at the door when all that stuff went on, but they had edited to make it feel like Miss Band was at the door starting stuff. Cause they once Miss Band said that to said there was Martell cousins at the door, right? Martell bought two women's with him. I guess he bought them to fight. I don't know if he bought the women down there to fight that woman. But anyway, she was there at the door, and they didn't even film her shooting the birthday, singing happy birthday to her little grandkids. That's why Mel wrote the next day her heart was heavy, and there are some decisions that she need to make, you guys. Y'all come on up. The link is up there. Come on and talk to me now. So, and then I don't understand Miss Betty. How did Miss Betty pull Melody into this mess? Yeah, how did she do it? Okay, I'm adding someone up. I love it when y'all come up to talk to
Hi,
me.
Miss Black Titanic. How are you today?
Hey, young lady, how are you?
I'm blessed and not stressed, and thank you for asking. I will be in Huntsville next weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Will you?
I hope that well, I might not see you in them streets, but you know what? I hope that I can meet you one day because you're a beautiful soul, and thank you for always giving us your education. It's very enlightening.
Now you know you could go to my Facebook page and let me put down the information where you're gonna be at. Maybe I can meet you somewhere. Yeah, I'll come
No,
meet
that's not a problem. It's the I see in the line thing. It's a private chat, so I'm going to if you can see it on the side, I'm going to send you my email and my cell phone number.
you. Yeah, we can do it by email. I don't gotta be careful nobody don't get your cell number.
Oh, it's okay. Trust me. I'm
Okay.
covered.
So what's gonna be the occasion?
Actually, I have family in Huntsville.
Okay, yeah.
She works for NASA down there, so I come visit often. Actually,
Yeah, so a lot of people don't even know that Space and Rocket Center here. You got a lot of great
right? It's a
things.
lot of good business came down there. I think
Yeah.
we all have a Google office down there now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I actually had went to a medical facility down there. I have a couple of friends that I graduated with medical school actually works in Huntsville. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
was, I came down to visit just to see how their hospital was, what services that they were providing, and see what services was different from our service and theirs to see if I could bring something to our hospital to implement. But
What kind of work are you doing in the health field?
I am an oncologist.
Oh wow, you go girl.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
so proud of
And I
you.
study for general medicine.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
when you doing you have to do a lot of biology. I
That
know.
is correct. I love science. Yeah.
I do too. And when I was in school so long ago, I never did know that we all those cells that we be studying about. Most of the time, we be studying about ourselves. Most of that stuff in the science department.
And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get off the phone and let someone else come up. But I
Mhm.
want to extend you a verbal apology for someone speaking to you within that derogatory manner. No matter what was going on, you didn't deserve to be spoken to like that. People now
Thank.
these days have to realize that you are an elder. No matter what's going on, you still deserve your utmost respect. And Stormy needs to realize you do have family that's about that life. So therefore, because if it was my grandma and Stormy talked to my grandma like that, my grandma would have probably did what you did, exit the building and called and told us kids. And some of her grandkids is about that life. And it would have been on and popping. But, I just didn't like that at all. Her customer service was not professional. She showed that she did not have a business point of view from things. Because if you would have showed up at my business and said, hey, I'm coming up, regardless if I knew who you were or not, you should she should have greeted you at the door and said, hey, how can I help you? And if she couldn't service you. She should have been like, what is your concerns? What are your needs? And I will be eligible to help you. But we don't service at the warehouse. You can, and gave you, things. She should have took this as an effective learning tool for her business. I see she don't have effective communication, and that is something that is lacking within our structure of retail now these days. Effective customer service communication. So she just don't know that she detoured a lot of people from her business by not showing effective communication and also general core value moral skills. So by her doing that, she's showing the youth that, oh, I got money and I can talk to anybody the way I can. That's not it. She don't take accountability of her actions. So therefore, I believe that the public should take accountability for her by not purchasing her stuff. For me, her product burnt my hair anyway. It didn't work for me. I'm not bashing her or anything like that, but her product just didn't work for me. I tried to patronize her business, but it's a no for me. And that's my personal thing. Like I shop at Target. I don't shop at Walmart because of the service. And people don't understand that's why people go to Nordstrom's and Neiman Marcus is because of the service. It's how they greet you at the door like cheers. They know your name, they know what you're looking for. But I just thought that Stormy could have did this in a teachable moment, And I know that your etiquette is about teaching, and you probably would have schooled her on a couple of things. But if she wasn't in the defense and her husband and stuff wasn't in the defense, now it put her again in another point of view of an ugly light. So that saddened me that she didn't have a broad perspective of her business. She did not have customer service etiquette, and her morals are lacking to the point of I don't think nobody want to do business with her because her level is unprofessional. It's hood, and that's okay. Some people like hood, but for me, I chose professionalism.
She I guess she made it clear because here in Huntsville, it's not unusual where you can go up to the service desk in the warehouse and give people your list. So there's a lot of warehouses down here where you can go directly to the warehouse and purchase. So,
and that's odd because I live in Naperville, Illinois, and it's Chicago, and they have the big places like Johnson and Johnson, Procter and Gamble, Design Essentials. They all have a warehouse which have a store connected to it, and you can go purchase. So that was something I thought that was odd because she's missing out on business. But again, she did not provide effective communication for her business, and her morals. So that's what I had to say, Ms. Black Titanic. Thank you for allowing me up, and thank you for hearing my point of view of things. And again, I truly apologize from the bottom and the top of my heart for you to be spoken to like that.
Thank you.
Okay,
welcome. Sister Ann. I
Hi,
heard.
Miss Titanic. How you doing?
Hey, Aunt Ann. I heard Ponda Bell said we were sisters.
First, I want to say that I love you, and I'm
Thank you.
sorry that happened to you. That was disrespectful, and
Mm-hmm.
my heart went out to you when that happened to you because as a business owner, what should have happened is that what I'm saying is my opinion. My opinion. When you came, if you came to the door and I knew you was a blogger, I would have said, "May I help you?"
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't want you on my property, I would have said, "Ma'am, this is not a public place. You have to place your order online." And shut my door and tell you have a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Customer service has to go a long way. Like I was saying, I'd rather give you a refund and a product back than argue with you and lose 50 customers. Because that one item right there, if it's $50, $60, I'm not going to, I can let that go. But me losing 50 people, thousands of dollars, that's a problem. People need to learn, start these business, customer service. They need to take up customer service. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't understand business. They jump in these business and just nasty. You can't be like that. You can't. You can't. I don't argue with nobody about my product. If it's not, they say that, oh, it was busted, I don't have you waiting because I know I got insurance on it. I'm gonna replace it right then. You'll get it. I got that the other day. Yeah, you ain't got to wait. Just send me a picture. Your stuff is on its way because I know the post office gonna get my money back. I'm not gonna let you wait. That's crazy. You didn't cause the damage. You're not gonna sit there and wait. I'm gonna give it back to you and keep it moving. I just want you to know that I love you and I have your back, and I'm just upset because this shouldn't have happened to you at all. No one should talk to you any kind of way.
That's right.
You treat people how to talk to you. Had no reason to. I don't care how people look at it, what people say. She's wrong. She's wrong. And when she did it, she should have came out with an apology and said, you know what? I was wrong and I shouldn't have said that, but I just don't want nobody coming up here just because I'm on the show and think you can come over here to my place of business. Don't do that. But I apologize to you, Miss Titanic, because I shouldn't have act like I want to fight you, my opinion, and I shouldn't have act like cuss you out because that was really wrong. I wouldn't want nobody to do my mama like that or my granddad like that or anybody in my family or elder person like that in my family like that. Like I said, you could take the person out the hood, but you can't take the hood ratchet ghetto out the person.
Well, and she had two men right in front of me in my face, so all that wasn't even necessary. She had two big old, two of them, two men and a dog in my face. Okay, Miss.
You talking about the dog with the turtleneck on?
That was that was it's too that I saw that one on TV. She had more than one dog. He come out with a dog, all white dog. The other guy did. They had more than one dog.
But the dog, where they needed it, the dog was packing. The dog was packing packages as well. The dog was helping to it. Then he had all kinds of hands on deck. I love you, Miss Titanic. Thank you so much for having me on your platform. I really love you. And I wish you all the best. I'm praying for you. And don't let this turn your life upside down. Don't let nobody take your joy.
That's right.
All right?
You too. Love you too.
Right.
Okay, Miss Anonymous. Welcome, Miss Anonymous.
Hello, Black Titanic. How are you, my love?
Hi.
Well, I want to say something that is historical, and I want to give you your flowers, your roses, and your respect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm younger than you, but I do have respect for my elders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Stormy and this young generation understands that people of color, at least until maybe the 60s or 70s, didn't have a chance to go to public accommodations and be able to purchase gifts until the 60s and 70s after the civil rights movement and others.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at your little special that you had talking about Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and how that place, which had a ton of riches, people were jealous and envious because that place had so much money they were making from people of color to help people of all colors and to build wealth for us. And I think what's real sad is, and you can tell from Stormy, she gets it from her mother. And I think it might be, in my opinion, allegedly, some of the side effects of the drug and alcohol epidemic that's happening, that people think being derogatory and mean is what you need to do in order to be successful in business. It's not. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come up and tell you, keep your head up. They're bullies and they think they can talk any kind of way and you're going back down. But just like Kung Fu Panda tried to attack you You had your little cry moment, but you got back up. We got this for you. She gonna lose her business because of what she did to you completely. And it looks like, in my opinion, allegedly, the reason why she was scared you coming is because I don't think she's actually doing proper business in that area. She seems to be doing something that might be illegal, and she's scared. So instead of being a proper business person, she wants to deflect and attack you. But what was more disturbing to me is, yes, Stormy acted a complete fool, but people were siding with her, saying that you were in the wrong for going to a public place of business and parking lot just to even ask a question as part of the press. I just wanted to come up and tell you, a public building is not the same as a home and a private location. If you're in the public, you're supposed to act and give people respect. We call them invitees and other things. And these people are dead wrong. Now, I think the reason why they're doing that is a deflection. Like you said, why are everybody keep talking about Melody? It's a deflection. They mad that she's successful. They mad that you, Black Titanic, are the free press. And yeah, you might not be CNN or Fox News or all these other places, but you're doing great investigative reporting, and they can't handle it. So even though you might not be a young snipper snapper like me, you're good at what you do. So you keep your head up. We stand on your shoulders from you with the civil rights movement and others. And I don't want people who are older and younger to forget what sacrifices you and other people like you have done for us. And we need to show respect to you. We can agree to disagree. Like Aunt Ann said, that was another way to handle that and be professional. But acting like you throwing a temper tantrum and then crying like you own some type of substance abuse is not the way to go. And hopefully, if it's true, one of them is not choosing to film, allegedly. It might be her, and she needs to go get some mental health problems, because something's wrong with that. She's going to lose her business by doing that. But I just wanted to let you know that Black Titanic, these young generation like myself, we respect you. I respect your tenacity in your investigative reporting. You did a great job at the courthouse for Melody. You did a great job even finding things that we needed to know, because a lot of these storylines that are on Love and Marriage Huntsville are fake. And the reason why we found that out is because of you, Miss Black Titanic. So, darkness doesn't like the light. And that's why they attack people who have the light. So you keep your head up. We're here for you. And if you need me to go bring a can of whoop butt, I'll come up there and spray it all on. But I don't give a dang. And I'll do that for you.
Thanks, Anonymous. You really just blessed my heart. That was what I needed to hear. Thank you.
That's right. You the free press. And that's all right. I'll come up with you. But it looked like you had your goons ready for you, the ones yelling back at her. So I was.
Oh yeah, y'all. She wanted to come on today, but I'm gonna bring her tomorrow. She's coming on.
I know, because they said call the popo.
She'll be here tomorrow. Y'all support her now, because she said she want to talk to y'all.
Yeah, we will. But I'm glad. But thank you for paving the way for us. There are young people who appreciate you, honey.
Thank you.
We do.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
LB, did you want to come back up? I brought you back up.
Yes, I just had to say one thing and I totally forgotten. So I do apologize about that. For people that's stating that you've been trespassing, I just want to give everyone a tidbit of information about trespassing. In all states, it clearly states that the building owner must place a notice of trespassing, and the sign have to be legible, visible, and clearly states that this is a private property, and continue at your own caution that it's unauthorized to enter and prohibited within miles of, like, I think it's like 2 feet or something. When you were there, when you showed that video, Miss Titanic, one thing people should know, we all are smart. And we have technology at our hands. So I called a couple of my relatives that are judges, And I wanted to know the law in Alabama. They said that if there's no sign posted at the entry when you came in or on any of the doors, it had to be on each of the business door, there is no trespassing. I Googled, satellite Googled each door you walk through, Miss Titanic. You're very smart. You are an, as my uncle stated, that you are a freelance reporter investigator. And I love your work for that. You walk that parking lot for a reason. You walk that parking lot to see first if there's any trespassing signs was around.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was doing.
yeah, but and you wanted to go check for the business. I get that. However, I did go to Google Satellite. There's nothing up there stating no trespassing. So you were eligible and freely allowed to go anywhere on that property if you wanted to. She stated that you opened the door and walked into the facility. One, her employees need to sue her due to the fact you were in the parking lot. Two, if she having that door unlocked, that's a safety hazard on her end. Anything can happen. So if her employees ain't locking the door behind them, that's on her. They don't have nothing to do with you.
LB, I didn't. I stayed in that parking lot.
I know. I seen the video. You were in the parking lot. They came out to you, and what makes it so bad was, just wait 1 second. What makes it so bad was my uncle, the one that's a judge, he stated Stormy and her husband became the aggressor once they walked outside. You were on public property. You stayed outside. You stayed on one entity. When they walked outside and walked up on you, they became the aggressor. And people need to understand that. Who Tweetbird said lies, lies, lies? No, I'm sorry. It's the truth. Google it, honey. And when you know your state laws, there's nothing a person can do to you. So
I believe she wasn't talking about you, Reliance. She's talking about
Sorry. Well, then I'm sorry, ma'am. But people need to know their state laws to know what they're eligible to do and what they don't. People are not familiar with it, so they're running with the narrative that she provided for them. You never touched the door. You never got out off the parking lot. You didn't go there to attempt to do anything harmful to her business. You went with an intent to purchase something. It's a proven fact you're an elderly person. You don't know how to work the computer well. However, nevertheless, she's making a run with this thing like you stalking her. There's no stalking involved. But again, she is the aggressor when her and her husband walked out of their establishment and came to you. So therefore, in the court law, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a doctor. But she was all the way in the wrong. No matter how you cut that pie, she's in the wrong. And her mom is in the wrong as well, putting out a statement and want to drag you and also Melody. That's incorrect. Her mom should teach her proper etiquette. Because again, if you were my grandmother and that happened, I'm going to tell the world this, and I'm standing on what I say, and I can bag up what I say. I will forget that I have a medical license, and she will be drugged from here to Tennessee. And that's no lie.
Well, y'all know I was trying to keep peace. So I told my children but they one of them found out this morning, called me this morning. So I didn't tell.
And that's something that she failed to realize, that you have family. You're a mother.
Okay.
You have kids. You got grandkids. And she want to walk up on somebody, and she got a grandma. She always saying her grandma Nima and stuff like that. If somebody did her grandma and stuff like that, she would be floored. She'd be ready to thump and put her business and her finances on jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the fact that everybody is stating that, certain things. No, Ms. Blatanic was well within her realm to go anywhere she wanted on that property, because the owner of the building did not place notification of trespassing. It was public property. Stormy is not the owner of the warehouse nor the building. She is a tenant.
It's a strip mall. That's what a little.
She's a tenant.
She's written. I'm aware of that. Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, but Stormy said in one of her lives that she purchased a warehouse. You didn't purchase. You are a tenant. You pay a month-to-month rent, so you have a lease. You know, so them using words to make them look like they're more financial stable than what they are and playing in our faces is a joke. It's really a joke. And they have more lawsuits than HOE had men in the bed. So they need to get it together. Because
Queen,
one thing I do know, two things for sure, you got all the cards in your hand. And I will sure hit them in the head like I'm playing spades with a trump. Because I will straight trump them, Miss Titanic. But I got to do now. I'm making homemade Cinnabons. All
I'm
right, thank
working.
you so much.
Okay, I'm working on that, young lady. I understand.
Okay. You have my email address. If you need me, Miss Titanic, throw up the Batgirl sign. I'll answer.
Where you put it at? In the chat?
Yeah, in the private chat.
Okay, all right, thank you. Oh, I see that.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Queen Karma says, we all heard Miss Betty say she never apologized for anything. So the apple don't fall far from the tree. Who bears it? Stormy never thinks she's ever wrong. Well, Queen Karma, do you want to come up and tell somebody what it's like to live with a mother like that? Was that you wrote that your mother's like Miss Betty and Miss Wanda? I think you wrote that, didn't you? My God, you need to tell the audience what it's like to live with a person like that. I do know there are some mothers like that, you guys. But I just want to tell y'all, I was trying to keep the peace, so I never did tell my daughters. But somebody called and saw it on Facebook and told one of my daughters, see, they don't live here. None of my kids live here. So anyway, yeah, Miss Betty don't never apologize. Y'all see how they spin a narrative. That was Miss Shay pissed. They done pissed Miss Shay off. Y'all, my dear, will be here tomorrow. She read that statement where they said that we were trying to get in the facility and call us stalkers. So she mad again. She said she coming on to talk to y'all tomorrow. So we look for us. I'm gonna put it up at 11 o'clock. Between 11 and 12, I'm going to bring Shay here to talk to y'all, Miss Shay. Y'all, my dear. That's a real live my dear. She just as sweet as she want to be, but just don't mess with that woman. And it made her even madder because they young enough to be, Storming them young enough to be her grandkids. That even made her even worse. You know, oh man, she don't like young people being disrespectful. Good afternoon, Black Titan and everyone in the chat. Okay, you guys say Miss Shay was baby, I love Miss Shay. She gonna be here tomorrow, you guys. She was supposed to be here today, but she forgot that her daughter had her grandkids had some kind of program going on. Yeah, so yeah, they had a program. Come on up, Succeeding too. Hey, my dear, how are you?
Hi, how you doing? Hi, everyone in chat.
Hi, yes.
You know, I had to put everything on hold at work and call in real quick. You know that video that I had sent you that shows you what an actress she is, and isn't it funny? I had sent you that video in advance.
Yeah, that's what I told Shay. I said, Shay, that girl acted. I saw it. Yeah, I saw that.
And
Yeah.
and and if people in the chat don't realize what we're talking about Stormy has always wanted to be an actress. She's always wanted to be famous. And if you all look up Bye Felicia Stormy, if you could look up the
Hold
video
on,
that
Succeeding too. Okay, Miss Queen Coleman, I put the link in that and down there into the chat. So, okay, go on.
that's okay. You all can look up Bye Felicia video and you can look up the other two that she did as well. And
I
I kind of
see.
And I feel like she was actually trying to make it seem like it was you at the door when it was her mom. Because if you notice, she didn't put the camera on her mom.
Can I tell y'all about that part? I was long gone. They acting and the mother.
Correct.
I was gone, y'all.
Oh, I know.
The
We know
mother
you were
was not
gone because we
there
saw
at
your video.
all. That's another video that they
Correct.
in there. I
But
was
I
gone.
think she was trying to make it seem like that was you getting, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And she said, I heard her say she's still out there. She knew I
Correct.
was gone. Y'all heard her when she said, "Get your ass in that car,
Right.
beat your ass." I was getting in the car. She and that man and her husband watched me pull off. Her
Correct.
mother was not there. And then later on, they kind of looped that video in there with the
Correct.
other to make it look like that mom was there.
Exactly.
Mother,
So she was
she
trying
was
to make
never
it
there.
look like that. And everyone hasn't seen, if they haven't seen her actress video, she was trying to, she knew she had messed up and she was trying to create her story. So
The
she
stalker.
added mom, didn't put the camera on mom, and tried to make it seem like that was you at the door trying to come in.
Yeah, like, and then she said, "Is she still out there?" Like as if I'm standing out there stalking her. Then she put the thing
Correct.
up that I was a stalker, but I had been gone, y'all. And then
Correct.
see, I mean, yeah, I would. Stormy don't have no integrity.
Nope, none.
No integrity. Instead of her to come on live and apologize, even if she didn't apologize, just tell the truth.
Well, she can't tell the truth because she acted a fool, and so she's trying to cover that. And so that's why she, I think, in my opinion, that she tried to make it seem like it was you at the door when she knew we had already seen your video one. It, we so we could see that was definitely not you, but she tried to make it seem like that. Plus, the person came in. She kind of, but she edited it wrong.
Hmm.
But that shows what a good actress she is because she went from being parking lot Pamela to a hurricane to gangsta boo to who gonna check me boo to being Karen, just plain old simple Karen. Oh, I'm the victim. Oh, how could they do this to me? You know, and she did that, and she could have just came out and just simply, she could have brought you all some products. See, Stormy doesn't know how to be a real player. See, she could have just brought you out a couple of products and said, "Hi, Miss Black Titanic. I know who you are, and I've seen some of my videos. I'm hoping that I will redeem myself, and here are a couple of things. We don't take visitors, and you all have a great day," and sent you all on your way.
Well, Stormy said she would fear for her life. I wasn't the one yelling. She was the one doing the cussing and clowning and threatening to pow me. I was very humble standing up there. I just
But
was looking at them.
yeah, but keep in mind, we can't even entertain that statement because that's what she has to say after the fact to not look like what she looks like to all of us. To
Mhm.
most of us, that, I mean, because people are acting like you went to her house. Newscasters stand in front of buildings all day long. They are in parking lots all day long. The paparazzi, the Inquirer, everyone else. The Inquirer has regular people like you, like us, that they use to do those types of things. So people have to not really be educated in just everyday life to think that, well, that means that newscasters wouldn't be where they are. You wouldn't have any inquiry, you wouldn't have any regular people that are reporting regular stories if that was the case. It's not that you can't be there in a parking lot because it's a public place, it's a parking lot.
Yeah.
Now if
Uh,
she,
Miss,
yeah, she just
y'all
was.
saw where Miss Betty done drag Melody in this.
Well,
Y'all
you
saw
know what,
that?
her mom always has to try to find a way, just kind of like how Tamika does with Candy. Some people, they don't have nothing else to say, so they just have to pull it out of wherever area of their body that they can.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's so funny. Like I said to you before in the chat, it's funny her mother has this concern. She wasn't concerned when her daughter only had $10 to
Wow.
eat. To eat, she wasn't concerned when her daughter all only had Roman noodles to eat. She
She
just
sure did say that, didn't she? She sure did say that.
So her mother wasn't making sure she sent her something more than to have than her last $10 and her and Courtney spent. That's why she hasn't bought her mother a house. But that's just in my opinion. That's what her mother mad at. That's why she has that face all the time. Her face stuck like that because her mother mad because she hasn't bought her. a house, and she knows Stormy had millions to do so. So I better get back to work.
Oh,
And I just wanted to
okay.
say that. And, not to even mention, I just want to mention this real quick too, not to even mention all those violations. She has the camera showing cord on the floor, dog food on the floor, dog roaming around. As somebody pointed out to me, the blood, I hadn't even seen that, but the animal
Yeah.
hair and no gloves. And, I told you here that when I used to do insurance meetings for Luster, they wear gloves, they wear things on their heads, they
Yeah,
wear things
best.
for their beards. They don't wear street clothes. They wear jackets. And she has all these violations going on, and she has the nerve to act like a fool.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That when she opened that door, it smelled like pure feces,
Oh, I
and
bet.
because I guess they're not cleaning up behind them dogs in there, but
Yeah.
it smelled horrible. I'm like, oh
Yeah. And
God, yeah.
that's just scary that, I wouldn't buy any of her products, but that's just, disgusting.
Mm.
She's trying to run it like it's the, and you have to tell us how many square footage. I was just wondering out of curiosity how big you thought it was.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to go back in the chat and let somebody else come up.
Okay, Miss Queen, you're next. Thank you so much for seeing too.
No problem. You all have a great day and happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Same
Yes,
here.
happy Mother's Day. So,
Thank
Queen, you said that you live with a mom like Betty, and wonder, can you tell the audience what's it like to live with, be a daughter of a person like that?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, blessings and peace and love to you.
Thank
And
you.
I want to piggyback the first speaker and say my deepest apologies for how you were treated. There is no excuse for that. I could see if you were a threat, but clearly you were not.
Keep
So
talking. Keep talking. I hear you, Queen. Keep talking. Keep
yeah,
talking.
and I wanted to also apologize on behalf of your legacies. The women that are younger. We're supposed to be following in the footsteps of grace and humility and wisdom as we get older. And yes, I am a survivor of a mother like that. It's really very emotionally, mentally, and physically taxing on you. Um, Thank God for my grandmother, who was a lot like you. She was very wise and very patient and very loving. And I wouldn't be the woman that I am today without her. She gave me the motherly nurturing that I didn't get emotionally from my mother. And I had both parents growing up. And narcissistic traits like that, it is very difficult to maneuver and really keep a clear mind and a clear head if you don't know God, if you don't know your creator, and if you don't have a personal relationship with yourself and with God. And I think I was just very blessed to inherit the patience and the grace of my grandmother because she blocked a lot of my blessings. She sabotaged a lot in my life. And a lot of times, just like Miss Betty, my mother never apologized for anything. You could give her the concrete proof in her face that she is incorrect or out of order, even by the word, by the Bible. You can show her where she is out of order and she will not apologize. She'll deflect, just like Betty, just like Wanda, just like a lot of women we see on the show and outside. Because it's not just on the show. I bumped into these women all throughout my life, and I struggled with female relationships with other women because of how my mother treated me. And I'm just very blessed and glad to say that I did not turn out like her because I
Mhm.
just mental and spiritual notes what not to do when I had my daughter. And I have one daughter and two sons now. And sad to say, my mother even sabotaged my relationship with my daughter. So it's very hard. It's not easy. And like I said, if you don't know God, you have got to have a prayer life. I don't care who you call him, the creator, God, Allah, Buddha, whoever. You have to be connected to that higher power, period. There's no way around it. And this is disgusting what I witnessed. I would never, and my mother and I are like oil and water. I moved out of state so that I would not disrespect my mother. I don't like confrontation. I'm good at it. She taught me that, how to defend myself and how to have a mouth. But you have to stay in order and in line. I would never cuss my mother. I have never threatened her. I would never, ever put my hands on her. Never have. No matter what she said and did to me, I walked away. And she has said some horrible things about me. I've almost lost my nursing license behind her. I've lost several jobs. My home life was in jeopardy. I almost lost my home because of her. I lost good business deals. I was supposed to be one of the first Black prima ballerinas. My mother sabotaged a lot of my dreams. Right? But thank God I'm still here, and I'm here to tell my testimony to hopefully help younger women who don't know what's happening to them. It's called gaslighting. It's called programming. It's called negging. When you're nagged that all the time as a daughter growing up under a bitter mother who is parenting through her trauma. That's what's wrong with Betty and Wanda. They see where their parenting has flopped. Look at Tisha. And I hold no apologies because I'm older than Tisha. I got grandchildren too. And Tisha is a mess. Okay. I was an AKA. My sister was an AKA. And that's not
what's an AKA?
A sorority.
Oh, okay.
Incorporated.
Okay, I got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Melody is an AKA as well.
Okay.
So I don't claim them ones that act that way, because a sorority is a sisterhood. And if Tisha and Melody are of the same sorority, I don't see the sisterhood there from the side of Tisha. I don't blame Melody for cutting everybody off cold turkey, because she has every right to do it. And people need to stop hating and start to normalize it being okay to say goodbye. It's okay to cut off your loved one, sister, brother, mother, cousin, father, if it's disrupting your peace and forward progression in life. There ain't no victims in life. We're all volunteers. It's how you get up from how you've been kicked down. And nobody can destroy what God built. If you didn't build it, you can't destroy it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was very difficult living like that growing up. I was a very young mother because I was sheltered. I didn't know anything about boys and, intimacy and all that. So I was sheltered. I made my first mistake getting pregnant young, unmarried. But I corrected that and I got on a good path, and I had very blessed, very wise grandmother and other people in my corner who helped me navigate through and help me heal from that. And all Betty and Wanda are unhealed little girls trapped in older body.
Yes.
And they have not addressed that wound or those wounds that are still bleeding out on their children, adult children. The best gift you can give, ladies, to your daughters and sons is heal yourself before you have them. And if they're already here, it's okay to apologize to your babies and say, I may not have been the best mother. It's okay. It's okay to say, I may have messed up here. I wasn't there for you like that. I should have been over here in this area. Maybe I emotionally cheated you out of support, out of love and validation as a young woman or a young man. Because we can jack up our sons too, narcissistic mamas. We can jack them up to make them violent woman beaters like Martell. Okay? Because his mama ain't far shy of a narcissist either. Okay? So it's okay to say I was wrong. It's okay as a parent, grandparent to say, no, you're out of order. Let me correct you. I need to fix this with my child. I need to validate those feelings that I caused in my adult child so we can move forward and grow from that childish, bickering, ghetto, ratchet nonsense that we see here. Because all it is gang stalking. That's what they're doing. They're fixated so much on Melody. Her success is just like kryptonite to them because they see the failures and how they failed their own child. That's what it is.
I was looking at Betty when she was talking about me and bragging about Stormy being in the warehouse, and then turn around and says, I can't help is her favorite hero is packing orders from her home. And I just thought, well, that was such an ignorant statement. Don't she know how much money Melody's saving by not having all that overhead?
That's great business sense that Melody is doing.
It's brilliant. Melody is
Yeah,
a brilliant,
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
She's
And
brilliant. And I'm older than her and I take notes from her. Okay.
yes, yeah,
That's
and go on.
no, go ahead. You
I was getting ready to say that my daughters are grown. I've had to go back and apologize to my daughters because, as a parent, we don't see everything. They can see things differently in their eyes. But she was talking to her, my oldest daughter is 50 something. She was talking to my middle daughter, and my middle daughter came back and told me what she said. I hope she ain't looking at this. But I didn't take it I took it personally in that where was I? How did I let this slip me? But so I went and I apologized to her. I apologized for not being there for her emotionally,
yes,
There's certain
yes,
things that I let slip by me as a parent shouldn't have never happened. So, you're right. We
yes,
have if anybody on here, you got grown daughters, kids, it's okay. Go and apologize to your children. You ain't got to be arguing, having drama with them because they tell, well, look, mama, this is how I saw this. This is how they see
yes,
things
ma'am.
different.
Yes, ma'am. What I learned as a mother when mine were younger was to be humble because
Yeah,
I come from the era of children are to be seen and not heard.
I
And
heard.
as young children, we don't have a voice to say, you know what, you two adults are really being knuckleheads. I need you to stop arguing over us at night. Or I need you, Dad, to stop coming in drunk, for example. Or Mom, I need you to be a little bit nicer to my dad because he's taking care of us. We don't have that voice, right? As young people growing up, we're just there. Right? We just be obedient. We follow what our parents teach us. We go to church, keep our dresses down, and cross our legs and behave, right? But children, we must validate their feelings. And it's okay if they say, well, you know what, Mom, you kind of hurt my feelings when you mentioned that. I wanted that to stay between us. I listen to my children because they help me become a better woman and a better. That's what you're supposed to do. If one says, hey, I'm not getting enough attention like this one sibling over here, I need this from you, Mom. That's for me to switch gears and humble myself. I don't know everything as a parent, adult or otherwise. My granddaughter teaches me things because I'm not out there on the land like she is as a 13-year-old, right? And the world is different now than it was when I was 13. See, I grew up in the 80s. She's growing up in cuckoo land in the millennials. Right? It's totally different world. So I have to listen, keep my ear to the street and say, okay, that's what the young folks are on now. Not much different, but some of them have no shame at all. I used to walk past the church. If we were using profanity, we'd stop using profanity until we got down the block, right? You don't see that type of respect anymore because it's not taught at home. See, Mom and Dad sometimes are too busy trying to be friends with the children. And you're not their friend. You're their guardian, protector, provider, nurturer, teacher. When they get older and grown, then you could be their friend because then you're just a shining beacon light to help keep them on the right path you put them on. And
Yeah.
you have to trust what you pour into them and take your hands off the controls and let them go ahead and drive that boat themselves.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
Betty doesn't have that ingredient. She doesn't trust her parenting. She parented out of spite because probably somebody broke her heart. Maybe Stormy's dad disappeared or ghosted her, which is usually what a lot of women have that issue with single parenting or broken homes or whatever. Right. And see, my mother was the very opposite. She had everything every other woman wanted and she just didn't appreciate it. Right. Because she was so sheltered with my dad being such a phenomenal husband. Don't get me wrong. They're not perfect. But my dad took very good care of her all 360 degrees, and my mother was just very ungrateful. She's very ungrateful. No disrespect, but she is. Everybody envied our family because my mom had two of each, 2 boys, 2 girls. We were all well behaved. We were all good students. We all had, the whole Huxtable vibe going. It was just internally, like we all say, behind closed doors, you never know what's going on, right? So we had the look of a perfect family, but when you close those doors at night and that porch light goes on, it's like living with the devil, living with a narcissistic, bitter, wounded mother who has not addressed her childhood wounds.
So, Queen, I was going to say it's as if Miss Betty is purposely sabotaging Stormy's brand. I mean, to me, she should know better. Act like she's got something bitter. Maybe she didn't like the dad, and she take it out on Stormy. But Stormy need to think about that, because that woman look like she purposely sabotaging her daughter.
She is. She absolutely is. My mother did it. Quick funny story for you. I was supposed to be a trained professional dancer. Ballet was my first love, right? I was trying out to audition for Juilliard, very prominent school, dance performing art school.
I know. I'm into ballet too.
The very night of my recital, my dad went out, I was daddy's little girl. That was another thing. I was supposed to save their marriage, and it didn't quite work the way my mother wanted it to. So the night of my audition, we go out, we get all my gear together. Very first pair of professional point shoes, the whole shebang bang. My mother took those shoes out of the wrapper and left them on the couch, and my dog chewed them up to bits. I had no point shoes. And then she said, well, the people called and they rescheduled your appointment, right? You don't think your mother would lie to your face, right? You're at school, you're doing your thing at school as a student. You come home, you're excited, you're ready for your trip, and your mother lies to you because she could not fulfill her dreams. Her parents, parenting in that era, told her she was not capable of becoming a model because she was a Black woman. So my mother figured, well, I couldn't become a model or a dancer because I was Black back then in the 50s and the 60s. Here we are in the 80s. Maybe my daughter wouldn't be successful being a Black ballerina. So I'm going to stop her from doing that because I was stopped from living my dreams. And because a lot of people thought that I was like a living doll. That was my little nickname, baby doll, right? Because everybody said, oh, she's so beautiful. You have beautiful daughters. My mother was very jealous. She competed with our beauty. And I didn't even know I was cute until I was 18 and I got scouted to be a model. See, it's what you can do to your children psychologically based on your own insecurities. You can really tear them down and they don't even know their own worth. So growing up, that translates over into adult relationships like Stormy. She has very low self-esteem. Tisha, very low self-esteem, right? And they always...
Queen, let me read this. Tango J said, my mother said she didn't know any better of the abuse she called. I understand the caller. So it looks like Tango J been in some similar experience as you.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. Because my mother doesn't understand what she does is abuse. And my aunts used to tell me, you have pretty girl problems because you're humble, you're well-rounded, you're well-spoken, and you're a very pleasant person to be around. That's threatening to people like Betty, Destiny, Tisha. That's why they're fixated on Mel. Everything is Melody's fault. No, it's not. Melody put her ducks in a row because she knew her marriage was ending. If you look at the first couple seasons, she said, I got to stay 6 steps ahead. Out with old, in with the new. Melody started hustling when she dissolved all her first businesses in the marriage, right? And she knew what was going to happen. 4 children I got to provide for, and I can't wait for him to wake up and smell the coffee. So don't be mad because Melody's the early bird and she trusts God and God led her to be the parent that she is. She has to overcompensate now because of the mistakes, sins of the father of those children. And nobody's really suffering but those children. We all can see that clearly. And I must say this as well. Carlos King, you are disgusting. You are disgusting.
Yes,
that is disgusting to allow that type of volatility to continue. This woman and her children deserve peace. We don't want to see her gang stalked. She clearly is international now. She done blew up the charts. Her bounce back is so strong. I get goosebumps every time I see her come across that screen. So Carlos King, you are disgusting. You need to be let off that show and put someone in place that will truly exemplify and display the Black excellence.
This person said, I don't think, so it says she don't think Tisha knows how to show sisterhood. It's all about her succeeding too.
Agree, 100%. Tisha is not validated properly by her husband, and we all see her mama. Her mother was too busy chasing zippers, if you will, putting it G-rated, too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses and show out and live her young life. She wanted to live her best life instead of pouring into her daughter the love and affirmations that Tisha needed. Tisha's in her 40s now, and she still act like a toddler. What does that tell you? The writing's on the wall.
Yes.
You know what? And I don't even wear my Greek letters anymore. Like I'm 51 years old. I enjoyed that time in college. It helped shape me and polish me and make me a upstanding citizen, a person of service. That's what AKA is about. It's a serious matter. You don't go out in the community on national TV and make a total donkey of yourself. You're supposed to uplift the women in your life, in your circle, in your group, in your squad, however you want to put it. You're supposed to always be an addition, and you leave that group better than where you found them. That's the definition of sorority, AKA sisterhood. Tisha wants to be the limelight. She wants to be in the spotlight because she's not getting that at home.
It just amazed me that Tisha don't realize that she been abused. It don't, because anytime this man be talking to her like a dog, then she'll say, "Oh well, what's wrong with being humble? What's wrong with being what you call it to your husband, submissive to your husband?" But he's not even a husband that even respect her. So I don't know how you can be submissive to somebody that don't respect you. And I feel like that too is why she look at Melody the way she wanted. She really wanted Melody to stay in that rut with, so she could have somebody to cry on her shoulder and to be like her.
Yeah, so she can feel some type of superiority, because Tisha, although she is aesthetically a beautiful woman, she has beautiful features, but the lights are on and nobody's home with Tisha. Tisha likes to play that passive aggressive role, like I said, with the pretty girl problems. That comes along with that umbrella of issues of women who like to secretly compare themselves to other women. Oh, well, I'm pretty like she is. Oh, well, I have a body like she does. Oh, I can drive a G-Wagon like she does. Okay, but you're leasing your life, sweetie. You don't own. Melody owns her assets. She owns everything that she has. She's not borrowing anything from anybody. Okay, and then she does things the way that she knows will work for her children, and set them up so goodness forbid, if anything happened to her, they would be set for life and not have to ask anybody for anything or wind up in this foster care system, because we know daddy ain't gonna be able to handle it and give them that type of lifestyle. So that's intimidating in and of itself. And Melody is just a shining, brilliant light. She walks and lights up every room. You know, that's another thing that comes along with the pretty girl problem. It's just the God in her, you know.
Yeah, the God in her.
You don't get that. You don't just go to the store and purchase that. It's planted in you at birth. You're given that gift, and her mother is a God-fearing, powerful force. You don't have to be loud to be noticed. You don't have to be loud and boisterous and ignorant and ratchet to be noticed.
Okay, Miss Queen, I enjoyed having you and everybody in the chat and all the content commentators. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm going to go and get something to eat. I sure did enjoy talking to you. You blessed us today. You really did. Yeah, you blessed us. And one thing I want to ask you, have you taken care of yourself? Because it seems like if you don't take care of your mental status, it would be a generational thing. So have you taken, Have you taken care of what you need to do mentally so you won't pass those values down to your children?
Yes, ma'am. I have sought very extensive therapy back in, I want to say it was 2010. I started getting real serious with therapy, and I was
Mm.
blessed to have someone a lot like Dr. Francis. She
Oh, wow.
was a beautiful therapist, my mentor. She
Mm.
guided me to start picking up my dreams again. And to this day, journal. I talk to God daily. I go outside barefoot. I animal. I do all kinds of things that just feed my spirit in little ways. And I just make
Yeah.
sure to cut off toxic people, period. It's okay, ladies, to say goodbye. It's okay to
Mhm.
be by yourself. It's okay to gather your thoughts and take your time with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, so y'all hear that, young lady? Y'all, let that be your last thoughts. It's okay.
All
It's
right, Miss
okay.
Mama Uma, bless you. Thank you for having me. And I hope you enjoy your brunch today, your lunch. And I'll be back up
Mhm.
again once you come on. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Okay,
bye-bye.
I don't want to leave nobody out. Sherry, Nance, hello. Soul Star Music, Chair. Hey, ADR. Hey, ADR is here. I love talking to you guys. Y'all know I was kind of like, I've been shooting out those videos behind the scene because I had to regroup mentally from what I went through. But thank y'all. Just the best that I could have did was came on live because you guys feed my spirit as well. All your comments, your support. And I was feeling so embarrassed till I didn't know whether I should come on live or not to be attached to all of that. But anyway, you guys, thank y'all. Don't forget, hit that y'all hit that like button now. Hit the like button. Y'all get my videos up. Now y'all get them up. And so we don't get paid good unless we got a lot of likes when we're monetized, right? When I do the Black History, they don't monetize me. So y'all make sure y'all send me a little bit when I be throwing them Black History. I don't know why they won't do it. They always turn me down, but I send them on through anyway. Anytime I have something attached with Black History, they be like, well, this against the restriction on the monetization. I'm like, no, I gotta talk to my people. I'll send it on through anyway. Tango, yes, Tango, you got to come up and tell your story. Yes, Miss Barbary. Thank you, Miss Barbary. You always give me good advice. I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like calling y'all fans. I like calling y'all co-hosts. That's what y'all gonna be, almost co-hosts. Everybody got their own name for their fans, but y'all gonna be almost co-hosts. That's what I'm gonna call y'all. Storm and Tisha and their mom will always be jealous of lovely Melody. They know they have no class. But anyway, yes, it was one that passed me. I don't remember who it was, but she said that when she looked at it's in the chat somewhere where it's a difference between day and night and Melody, business meeting, and Stormy. Wow, I never thought about that. I stormed a business meeting, didn't even feel like no business meeting. Even if it was acting, it didn't come through. None of them. Look at Tisha business meeting. Look at Stormy business meeting. Look at Marceau business meeting. When they be out, all of them be acting, but Melodies was real. Carlos refused to show us that. All those people got lies on that show on Melody Team. He could show us follow their lies around, and that show would be the #1 show. Also, Miss Van. Miss Van is an entrepreneur and a businesswoman and well-spoken grandmother. These are the type of mothers we want to see on TV. But what he do, he cut Miss Van out and put old wretched Betty on there. And I don't blame Melody. Melody said if her mama not gonna be shown, ain't nobody mama gonna be shown. That's what she said. She gonna put her producing hat on now. I will pull my weight. She gotta pull her weight. Yeah, yeah, Miss Betty, just always picking with Melody, and she say they Stormy gonna call me a stalker, and I'm too old for this. But then your mama stalked Melody all across internet stock, all across the internet since 2020. Your mama been following that one Melody around, stalking her, saying bad things to her, bullying her. Yeah, since 2020 now. And you want to call me a stalker? You want to say I'm too old? Well, your mama was old in 2020 when she was following Melody around on the internet, dogging her around. That's the, oh God, you make me, Betty makes me mad. Makes me mad. And I'm going to tell you someone, I know you in the bushes peeping somewhere. You have nothing to do with this. I don't know why I saw one talking about me and Miss Ann. First thing came out her mouth was me and Miss Ann. For what? Miss Ann don't have nothing to do with this, and one of you don't either. So keep my name out your mouth. Cause I already let you get away with threatening me. I'm not letting nobody else get away with threatening me anymore. All right, and what is this? Queen said, anything I can do to uplift and help our Black sisters and brothers heal from the abuse and damage of our broken elders. Yes, that's what we're here for. And that's why Queen, I don't understand none of them women's on that show. None of them. Every last one of these women on this show dog Melody out. They never try to uplift her and be understandable. Y'all know I found out when Kimmy did her interview with when she did her interview with Carlos. She said she divorced and the man was so bad to her that she don't even speak to him today. So she don't even show Melody the same grace. Oh, every time I look at her, she just honoring Martell. Kimmy be like, oh, he a good man. He a good man. She adored Martell, but yet she done went through the same thing herself, but won't give Melody no grace. Even if you're in a great relationship, you still a woman. You should be able to feel this woman pain being left as a single mother. And then not only that, she got a maniac. That's a stalker right there, Martell. A maniac. Y'all know Martell and Courtney grew up together here in Huntsville, y'all. That's how they know each other. Yes, both of them. So all these people that they bring on this show are friends with Martell, and that's the reason that they don't like Melody, because they are his friends, and whatever he say and do, that's what they gonna do. He say be mad at Melody, they gonna be mad at Melody. Okay, they love such entitled attitude as if Melody owes them the right to bag her and harass her and use Melody for her power, energy, and resources. Okay, Queen, I just so enjoyed you. And hopefully y'all tune in tomorrow. Miss Shay gonna be on tomorrow. Betty and Wanda, who Tree says, unhealed little girls trapped in old body. That's a word. Yes, that's a word. I'm telling you, Queen, you blessed all us to understand that. And y'all, you know what? We need to have a top. We're gonna do a topic on that. Okay, I think I'll let that be my topic tomorrow, and then have a late Miss Martell here. Y'all get to be Martell. Have Martell here tomorrow too. Kim is on the same mental level as Tisha and the Scott. She just looked like she has good breeding. Yeah, Tango, you hit it on the nose. You hit it on the nose. Now, Kimmy's story on there, Kimmy really, her background was real as far as being a professional nurse. But the rest of that stuff, I don't understand. I don't understand how you put a man, and you done worked all these years so hard in your life for you and your son, and to come in and bring a man in there and put his name on your house. And if you die, this man could get that house, take that house, and leave your son out in the street. You die today, that's what gonna happen. Martell, that's what they say. Y'all got so much coming in, so I don't want to get off. Martell is a manipulator. He has a lot of people fooled. I see straight through him. Yeah, Patricia Ellis Robin, do y'all know that when it first came on, I thought he was a professional person. I didn't know Martell was so dumb until Melody took the gloves off of him and let him be on his own. Yeah, I didn't know the man was so dumb. Yes. Who is this now? My son Hickman said, these people are flunkies. How are you going to be a flunky for a flunky? Yeah. Yeah, that goes to show you that they stupid. Good afternoon, Black Daddy, y'all. I gotta go. Let me see what she said. Somebody said somebody downgrade. Let me see if I can find that. These people are flunky. Yeah, somebody said that Kimmy downgraded. I can't find it. It went. But yeah, she downgraded. And she wanted that man so bad. Here we go. Queen said that. She wanted that man so bad that it didn't matter whether he was married or not. Let's go there now. Go on there now. Y'all, that woman keep telling y'all that she was still married to Maurice. They still was doing things to work on their marriage. And Kimmy was right there in the background every night, trying to pull him to her. Yeah, that woman, what was his wife? Coward. Yeah, Coward. Coward. Yeah, I believe Coward too. Yeah, I started looking at the way Kimmy moved when it come to Martell. She be drooling at the mouth of Martell. Y'all watch it. She drools at the mouth at Martell and she go always adore him. Yeah. She said, I think Kimmy downgraded when she married Maurice. Yeah. And anytime she say something, it's never about her. It's all about Maurice. Even when she did that thing on her cancer, she told me, I wouldn't have never made it if it went for Maurice. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, God, this is about you and your cancer, but you trying to give Maurice the credit. We all know Maurice don't care. I don't even never see nobody. Y'all, I pass by his shop every day, all through the day. It's on University Drive. Now, town so small, so that's the main street you go up and down. He on University Drive, so you have to pass his shop. Nobody never there. Nobody never at work. Nobody. Yeah, thank you. Somebody gave me a cash app. Stella, thank you, babe. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. In potential, y'all know y'all gonna keep me talking. I'm gonna get on because y'all keep texting. I'm gonna want to stay on here. Okay, y'all, look with me tomorrow between 11. I'm gonna just say 11:45. Shay gonna be on here tomorrow. Hopefully Queen be on here because I want Queen to come up on the panel and teach tomorrow about having a narcissistic mother. We talk about narcissistic men all the time. We use Martell as example, but we never have talked about a narcissistic mom or a female. So that's what we're going to look into. So y'all be ready. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, narcissistic female. Good night. Good day, and thank y'all for your support. Everybody for the cash app. Everybody, all the content creators that was here, all of y'all, I don't remember everybody that was here. Thank y'all. There's one little lady, she's a housewife. I want to thank you. I watch you all the time. Y'all help Tweety Bird out, y'all. Tweety Bird trying to get to 1,000. Go over there. And you got, who else be on my, Miss Reese's. Miss Reese be on here. She y'all sister too. She just started hers. So y'all go over there, subscribe to Miss Reese so she can get her, get up to be monetized. And Tweety Bird almost there, y'all. Y'all push her on through. All right, bye y'all. Thank you, Auntie Ann.